Hey everybody, my name is Brian Flores from Flower Power BBQ, and today we're gonna have a smoke session. No, not typical smoke session, not the puff puff pass. You know what I mean? No. We are having a smoke session. Today we're gonna do an 8-pound pork butt, and with this pork butt, we'll be able to make some nice pulled pork sandwiches. So just wanted to welcome you guys, and we're gonna have some fun today. Okay, stay tuned. The first thing I want to do when I pull the pork butt out of the package is just to take a quick look at it and see if there's any kind of unwanted little parts of fat, some harder fat that's really not going to render. And I'll just kind of trim away at it. Nothing crazy with the pork butt. You really don't have to trim it too much. But again, if you see some not good looking pieces of fat just hanging out there, little hangers, what I call them, just go ahead and cut it off. It's not a big deal. Like I said, there is a nice line of fat at the bottom of this pork butt. And I am not going to touch that. That's actually going to kind of be a barrier for me for the meat when I put it on the smoker. And I actually do pork butts fat side down. And the reason being is I feel it kind of acts as a barrier, like I said, for the heat coming from the Traeger, because the Traeger, the heat it's indirect, but at the same time the heat is coming from the bottom. And so, and I also like to like to allow the pork butt to crust up really nice and get a really nice bark. So that's why I do it fat side down. Now, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody's fat side up, fat side down. So okay, fat side sideways. So but yeah, for this cook I am doing fat side down. Right. Well, there's no true method to the madness here, so you just want to start on one end and inject, put your hand over it, because it will squirt out. You gotta be careful because this thing will shoot up at you. Alright. So I just kind of go to all the different ends of this pork and just kind of shoot into it. You know, it's gonna squirt out some, but it's not a big deal. I want to shoot it inside the money muscle as well. Money muscle is here on this side over here, and I'll show you a quick look at it. The money muscle on this pork butt is right here in the front, and it's this part right here. And the reason why they call it the money muscle is because that's what brings in the money at the barbecue competitions. Okay, so first off, I like to use a couple different layers of seasoning when I do my pork butt, and the reason being is because the pork butt is such a big cut of meat that it can handle it. So today I got 3 different rubs, and first off, I'm gonna start with this amazing rub from Meat Church, Honey Hog, and it's a sweet tasting rub, and it just, you know, it has honey and a little bit of sugar and some spices and stuff like that, paprika, and it gives it a really nice sweet taste. And what I want that first layer on there to be kind of a sweeter honey barbecue taste. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And like I said, you can be very liberal, but with this first coat, I'm gonna be sort of kind of light. I'm not gonna do a super heavy coat of it. Just like I said, I just want to add some of this sweet flavor on here, and just get started with this one. Okay, so that's good for this side. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over to the fat side, and rub the fat side as well. For my main layer, second layer, I'm going to be using a amazing rub from Cosmo's BBQ, and it is their Hot Dirty Bird. This is a amazing rub. I recommend this to you guys. It's a really good rub. Has a little kick, has some really good flavors in it. Some salt, sugar, chili pepper, brown sugar, paprika, garlic powder, dehydrated onion, and like I said, it does have a nice little kick to it. So I recommend this to all you guys as well, okay? So you know what, I'm actually gonna transfer it to this smaller pan here because this bigger pan is still a little wet. I don't want the rub to kind of rub off and stay off. So I'm gonna move this over here and do this now on this one. Okay, so let's get started with the second rub. And this one, you know, like I said, you can go a little, definitely go go liberal on this one. And the reason why I like to season it up pretty good is because it really gives it a nice bark. And that bark, basically the crust that you're gonna see on top of your meat, it's gonna be absolutely amazing, especially when you're about to pull the pork. It just gives it an absolute amazing flavor. Now the fat side, again, I mean, you don't really need to season it too much because that fat is just gonna stay on there. You're not gonna really create any bark. So I just still touch it up a little bit with some rub. Okay. And just, again, pat it down. Pat it down. Now, since this piece of meat's a little wet from when we did the injection, it will tack on, obviously. So I'm gonna put it fat side down, tack it on a little bit more. Just a little bit more. All right. All right, so I'm gonna leave this here sitting, let that rub adhere more, and I'm gonna go fire up my Traeger. All right, guys, I just put my pork butt in the Traeger, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the probe in. And so I have this probe. The cool thing about the Traegers is it comes with this probe, and if you can see right there, it actually shows the probe temp from there. And also with the Traeger app, you can actually track the temperature of your grill and also your probe temperature from your phone. All right, guys, we're about 2 hours into the cook now. So as you can see, the crust is starting to develop real nice here. So it's looking really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and spritz again, just a little bit. Just around. Like I said, keep that thing a little moist. All right, guys, it has been about 5 hours now. Almost 5 hours coming on, and look at that. Look at that, baby. Looking amazing. Amazing. So I'm gonna get this pulled off. Alright guys, so I decided to wrap it a little bit later than what I was originally going to wrap it at 165. I waited till about 175 and I'm actually going to wrap it so that the fat side is faced up right now. But once I wrap it, I can put it back on and fat side will still be down. So just going to go ahead and wrap this up like that. Like that. And that's it. All right, guys. The pork butt just hit 200 internal temperature, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this bad boy out. So we'll be pulling some pork soon. So this has been cooking for I want to say close to 8 hours, and I've let it rest for about 20 minutes. And so we're going to open it up, see what it looks like. Doesn't that look amazing? All right, so I'm gonna kind of dig into this a little bit and then pull out the bone. So this is just amazing. I mean, just the bone itself right there coming out. Pretty freaking easy. Get my gloves. These things are way too hot. I mean, look at that. Clean off the bone. You see that? Clean, 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 clean off the bone. All right, well, here's our finished product. And it is absolutely amazing. Very juicy, very moist, very flavorful. You could taste the rubs from my seasoning. I did add a little bit more rub as it was sitting in the pan here to give it a little bit more flavor. But as you can see, I mean, it is absolutely amazing. You can see the bark, like that dark piece right there. That's all part of the bark, the crisper bark. And it just adds so much flavor. That's where all the flavor's at. And man, it is amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a sandwich real quick, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do that, okay? All right, guys, so this is a pulled pork sandwich. And so I'm just gonna grab some of this good stuff right here, put this right down like that, and get a little bit more on some of this bark. Oof, some good eating right there. All right, get some more here. All right, and then I made some coleslaw here. I'm not a big fan of mayo, so I did a vinegar-based coleslaw and then seasoned it with some salt and pepper and then added some olive oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that like that, just right there on top. And then for the final finishing touch, it's amazing barbecue sauce that I made. And it is just fantastic. All right. And look at that. All right, so I guess the last thing I need to do is take a bite, right? I gotta try my product. So I'll get a little close up for the camera. Oop, dropped a little bit, but look at that. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Absolutely delicious. So again, just want to thank you all for checking out my video and joining me for this first ever edition of Smoke Session with Flower Power Barbecue. And hit my subscribe button and give me a like on Facebook. And we'll definitely join again and link up again for another smoke session. So thanks guys, and hope you enjoyed the video.